This is Gary George with the Inland Valley News here in Inglewood at Hollywood Park in preparation for a tour of the progress of the Los Angeles Rams and Los Angeles Chargers' new home. This is Gary George with the Inland Valley News reporting. As you can see, I'm at the construction site for the Los Angeles Rams as well as the Los Angeles Chargers home field. Fantastic progress has been made. Stay tuned for details to follow.
Piles. They were auger cast piles or drilled piles. And then we did tie beams, 700.
700. How deep do they go?
Some of them up to 130 feet. And then you have tie beams and pier caps, and then you start up with the stadium structure. And then you have this MSC wall, which is kind of looks like a jigsaw puzzle there.
Okay. You said an MSC?
MSE. I might have said CID. But it's mechanically stabilized earth.
Oh, okay.
So that goes in to create a retaining wall system, and then behind there, kind of what you see right here is those columns, we call them plinths, and down below the grade is a mat foundation, and then on top of that, those 4 plinths is a pier cap, and then on top of the pier cap sits the precast sections that you see over here. This is our precast yard. And those are called the blade columns that will actually hold the roof structure and will sit on a seismic isolator and the columns.
So the roof will be made of what material? Will it be see-through or will it?
Well, there's an ETF system, and then there's a structural steel is the components that actually provide the structure.
I see. And what's the height of the ceiling?
Inside, have to double check because we're cable.
Right.
On the outside, it's about 297 feet.
Coming along, and how excited is the team, knowing that the team's ready to be in the playoffs and the groundbreaking has already happened and construction is on the way.
I think the parallels are really unique, right? As you look at the stadium behind me, I would say that red crane right there is behind that's our home locker room. So you get a sense of, what it would be like if we were hosting a playoff game for the team to run out of the tunnel, into Saturday night in this great environment. And we were last here on site for the groundbreaking, and it was Jared Goff's first start. And here we sit today, talking about the first playoff game back in Los Angeles in 24 years, first Rams home playoff game in 36, and all of a sudden you're looking and saying, we're back on site and the stadium's coming out of the ground, and the parallels between the two I think are remarkable. But a lot of work to keep building the stadium to make it achieve this vision. A lot of work that we need to do to keep building the football team to make sure that we're not just in the wild card round, but we're going beyond that.
What's the scheduled completion date, and have there been delays?
Well, so we're scheduled in 2020. A year ago, because of the rain, we pushed back the opening date from 2019 to 2020. So we're excited to be hosting NFL football here in 2020 and really trying to get a few events in before that in the summer so that we can test drive the building before we'd open up to Rams fans.
Now, explain the layout. You were saying the crane represents where the locker room will be, correct?
Right. So if you look at that crane over there, that's the Rams locker room. But I think as you look at the scaffolding, you're looking at the north end zone. We're currently standing in Champions Plaza right now. And I think one of the other great vantage points, if you look at the top of the steel scaffolding up there, that's the main event level. So if you're a fan walking in from the parking lot, you're going to walk in at that level, right up in, you'll come down through the bowl. So, this 100 feet sunk in the ground. So you're looking at the event level where that white truck is right now is the 50-yard line. What looks to be the lunch truck down in the bowl is the 50-yard line. So I think that gives you a sense of what you're looking at overall. And then I believe one of the tops of these cranes might be where the roof sits. So you start to get a sense of the height and scale of this. So it's not just this bowl in front of you. You got to start to look vertical as well.
What's the top height?
197 feet above sea level. So basically from where you're standing, go up another 200 feet.
So will stands go higher than that level?
So that's level 6. There are 8 levels. So you'll go about another 100 feet higher for the stands, and then another 100 feet above that for the roof, and then the Oculus will be center hung right there.
Right. Okay. Now, so the field will be this way, correct?
Right. So you're looking dead on.
So we're at the end zone of one
the
end.
end zone. Where you see that truck driving is coming up, probably that white truck with the lights is coming up to 10, 20. If we had JB Long calling it right now, it'd be moving close to midfield. But the end zone, where right behind the porta potties and all that, you're looking basically, that's going to be your end zone. Where the white, looks like scaffolding is structured back there.
So what is the capacity?
70,240 right now.
7,200.
With the standing room only to go up to 90, 95,000 for a big event.
Okay. Well, give a big shout out for the event and what the expectations are.
Well, I think we're excited. Playoff football coming back to Los Angeles. Hopefully the world's preeminent sports and entertainment district on these 300 acres, and the home of the 2022 Super Bowl, 2023 college football playoff. And I'll say that what gives you goosebumps is athletes. The 2028 Olympics, walking out opening ceremonies around this building, and just what that will mean for Los Angeles and for our pride as Angelinos. And can't be more excited about where we are as a football team today, but really where this project will take Los Angeles as a whole.